Welcome, everybody, to this month's live. I'm so happy that you could join me. Again, I'm Erin. I'm a virtual assistant coach, and here on this YouTube channel, I share tips, tools, and tutorials. And for all you members joining live, thank you so much. I have a really fun topic to share with you guys today, and it's something that I've talked about before. But usually, the way I present what I'm about to present to you is I like to talk about it by, I usually say, become a known resource. So you might have seen videos or different LinkedIn posts where I say, become a known resource as a virtual assistant. And you'll find that client opportunities open up because you are creating valuable insights for people. People are getting to know you. But I came across this new phrase that I liked even better than become a known resource. And the phrase that I came across today is a strategy called, I just realized I'm blocking this for you, ocean to pond, aka fishing for clients. And this ocean to pond strategy is really what I want to talk to you guys about today, and how you can use this strategy to find clients for your business, and even more importantly, to make a pipeline for your business where clients are finding you. Because ultimately, let's be real, that's the goal. You want to create ways in which clients can flock to you because you're sharing such knowledgeable insights that are relevant to them. And they're like, when I need a VA, who are they going to think of? They're going to think of you. So let's talk a little bit more about fishing today. First, we have to consider where your clients are hanging out online, or which ocean are your clients swimming in. So, very likely, your ideal clients are probably located all over the world. If not your country alone, you're probably interacting with clients in different countries around the globe. These are oceans. You can think of this as the ocean of LinkedIn, or the ocean that is Facebook, or an ocean of Instagram. The platforms themselves are so large that they are oceans, and there are tons and tons and tons of fish in those oceans. So, the first thing we need to do in this concept is you need to understand where your ideal clients are swimming. Where are your ideal clients hanging out? Which oceans are they in? For example, my favorite ocean is LinkedIn. If you've watched any of my content before, you know why I love LinkedIn so much. And I'm going to share some new statistics with you, because I usually give you the same ones, where like 7 million people are on LinkedIn, which is true. But get this, 60% of LinkedIn users in the US alone have a salary of at least $100,000, if not more. So a very high percentage of users have enough income to be able to hire a virtual assistant. Second to that, nearly half, so 41%, nearly half of all millionaires, which this, when I read this stat, it blew my mind. Nearly half of all millionaires, that's way above the six figure, we're talking seven figures and above, are hanging out specifically on LinkedIn. And that makes sense to me, because these people are CEOs, they're entrepreneurs, they're COOs, C suite people, which caters to LinkedIn because it's a business to business platform. So it makes sense to me that some of the wealthiest people are actually on this platform. And my wife said this sentence to me the other day, and it totally made me rethink LinkedIn. And I already love LinkedIn, so I hope this resonates with you too. But she said to me, LinkedIn is so unique because it's really a platform not just to market yourself or to blast out marketing materials about your VA business, or about what you can offer them, but at the core, LinkedIn is really a platform in which you can help your clients feel that they can trust you, in which clients can feel satisfied knowing that you're representing them. And that totally resonated with me, because I'm like, dang, this is the best platform for us to present ourselves in the best light possible. It like gives you an opportunity to brag about yourself and your business and your services, not just to be a braggart, not just to be like, I'm the best, but to really put your best foot forward, to present your business in a way that makes your clients feel proud, and feel proud to recommend you and your services to other people. So when she said it that way, that just floored me. So LinkedIn is one of my main oceans for sure. But as I've mentioned, there are many oceans out there in the world. There are so many social media platforms that it makes sense for you to focus on, I'm going to say, two oceans, because there's no way that you can be everywhere all at once. As VAs, we often just work by ourselves for ourselves, and we're in charge of our own marketing. So it makes no sense for us to want to compete with huge influencers. Like if you are familiar with a Marie Forleo, I'll just say she's a business coach who shot to fame a couple years ago, and has worked with some huge names across the globe. She's on every platform, everywhere, but it's because she has a team of people who are helping her content create and disseminate information. So for you and me, it makes no sense for us to be on 10 different platforms, because your attention is going to be divided. You're going to really have to dedicate like a full-time job to social media. And if you're not really focusing deeply on 1 to 2 platforms, you're probably not reaching and engaging with as many people as you think you are, because your attention is too diverse. There's no way you can spend enough time on each and every platform to make it meaningful. So it's very hard to gain traction on lots of different platforms. And also, that's because different platforms, AKA different oceans, need different strategies. So what's working for you on Instagram, for example, probably isn't going to work for you on LinkedIn, and vice versa. Things that are working for you on Facebook might not work for you on TikTok, for example. So I want to challenge you, and I really want you to think about what I'm about to say to you, but I want you to challenge yourself to become a micro influencer in your 2 oceans. So once you've identified which oceans your clients are hanging out in, which oceans are your clients ingesting content, then I want you to become a big fish in that pond. So your attention and focus in those oceans should be about providing valuable content for people who think you want to work with. So I'm going to give you an example. I knew very early on in my career that I wanted to work with CEOs, and I knew that one of my niches when I first started was to be luxury travel for corporate travelers. So I knew that, and I knew my pond, my ocean, was LinkedIn. So I knew I had to develop unique content that spoke to the corporate traveler on LinkedIn. And essentially, I became a micro influencer very early on in that niche, because I was able to constantly give tips about how CEOs could. How they could arrive in a destination refreshed and ready to go for their meetings, how they could deal with unexpected delays, how a virtual assistant could help make sure that they're doing their best work, even if they're flying all over the country. So it was just certain things that I was able to share that was relevant to them. But I did it by focusing predominantly on LinkedIn and then also on Twitter. So those are my 2 oceans. But by becoming a micro influencer, there are a couple things that happen. A micro influencer, by the way, I need to point out, is that if you have anywhere from 1,000 to 10,000 followers, so that's considered a micro influencer. You have a following, but it's not huge. You're not in the million to 2 million. And quite frankly, I think that's unreasonable. You don't need that many followers. So micro influencer is a very achievable goal. But a couple things happen that make micro influencers way more unique. One, they have really targeted influence audiences. So if you're a micro influencer and you know exactly who your target client is, you're going to have a much more targeted audience of potential clients who are watching your content, because you know who you're talking to and you're speaking directly to them. You're not creating content that's for the masses and that goes out to this huge ocean. That's not what we're going after. Second to that, micro influencers have higher engagement rates. There are charts out there that show that micro influencers have higher engagements, more interactions, more likes, more people responding and replying to them, which leads to higher conversion rates. The reason that this is all very important, because As you become a micro influencer in your niche, if you have a niche as a VA or in your field as a virtual assistant, you will eventually become what is called a big fish in a small pond. So your network is your pond. Your pond sits within this ocean. So I'm going to use LinkedIn for example. Your micro influencer pond. Let's use the example of that travel niche again. I'm a little luxury travel corporate pond, and I'm speaking to an ocean of fish. What I'm doing is I'm essentially fishing and pulling clients, AKA fish, into my pond. So I'm making sure that they're part of my ecosystem and that they're engaged and that I'm speaking directly to them. When you achieve this balance, when you start pulling fish into your pond and as your network starts to organically grow, whenever you put out an offer or whenever you uh, put out a call to action, like you're taking on more clients, or whenever you see somebody in your network who you think you might want to work with, when you approach these fish, they're already engaged with you, they already know you, they already know your content. It's much easier to pitch your services as a VA and land a client if you bring them into your pond. I just want to also reiterate that the ocean to pond strategy is organic marketing. So, a lot of questions that come up from people that I'm teaching are all about marketing. And they worry about how to market their virtual assistant services. And when you think marketing, people often think of ads, ad spend, putting out Facebook posts, putting out Instagram posts, calls to action, etc. But this ocean to pond strategy is so great and so unique because it is organic marketing. And when I say organic marketing, what I mean is that you're not spending any money on ads, and it's marketing because it's working for your business. It's getting people to know your services better and you better as a VA, but you're doing it in a more authentic and informative way. So I think this ocean to pond strategy is one of the best ways that you can think about your clients and how to market your business. Because again, becoming a thought leader, or in your niche or in the VA industry is a great way to market your services to people, because the next time a potential client who's in your pond thinks, you know what, it's probably time for me to hire an assistant, you're going to be at the top of their mind. And that's because you've been giving them invaluable insights, you've been giving them tips, you've been sharing things about your services. So just think, ocean to pond strategy, you are the big fish, you are sharing valuable information, which is why I used to say become a known resource, because the next time somebody needs to hire a VA, they're going to think immediately of you. And that is the best kind of organic marketing that you could ever ask for. So I have one more announcement for you guys, and it's a big one. I am making big changes to my business. Part of those changes mean I have less time to devote to certain things. Unfortunately, that means I have less time to do these once a month coaching calls. Here's what's going to happen. I first and foremost thank you guys for your support. For all the members who have joined me, you guys have been amazing. It's been incredible to meet you, to speak with you. It's been incredible to hear about the kind of problems that you guys are facing in your own business. I don't want that to stop. While I will still be making YouTube videos in regular intervals, I will not be doing these group coaching calls. So I'm going to close down the membership on my YouTube site. Your billing will automatically stop, so you won't be charged anymore. You guys can revisit the videos. I will make all the group coaching videos public so you guys can revisit them whenever you need. But I will not be doing these anymore. Now, that's not to say you still can't contact me. You can leave me comments in the community tab, as you've already been doing on YouTube. You can leave me comments on other videos that come out. But I just wanted to say thank you. And I wanted to leave you guys with hopefully a really helpful concept to help you guys land clients, but not only that, but set yourself up for success in the long run. And I think you'll be able to do that through this ocean to pond concept. So I want to thank you guys again. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll leave this up for a little bit so members can watch, but coming later today, that membership's going to go away. But I'm still here for you. I still hope to hear from you guys on my regular YouTube channels And I just wanted to thank you guys again for your support. Um, if you are still looking for a little more guidance, you can check out my website, erinbooth.com. I've got a couple new projects there up on the website, one of which is a 12-week training program, and that's the thing that is usurping a lot of my attention. So changes coming for me, and I just wanted to say thank you again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys. And of course, I will see you on YouTube still, just in a slightly different capacity.